Oh, we're gonna have our dream, aren't we? Boy, what is even happening in these dreams? The fuck? It's like limbo. Yeah, good. I can barely see at the moment, so I need... Oh. Here we go again. Music seems a little weird this time. Pump up the jams, pump it up like your feet are stomping. Up the jam is up to hear the crowd is rocking. Pump it up over the... Don't remember the lyrics to that shit. Didn't that song come out in like literally the year 1990? I don't know. I just know it because Fox uses it. It's a good song to sample from. I mean, I don't understand the music stuff. This is weird. Like, I'm not sure what it's supposed to relate to. I guess the band. I don't know. It's a pretty good song this time too. I hope they release the full soundtrack for this soon, because currently they don't. They just have the preview, which is like a few basic songs. Let's light it up, boys. I love like the Technicolor anime that you see in these streams. It looks cool. Alright, so the last one should be over here, right? Yeah. It's all of them, right? I love the songs in these dream sequences. The ones with the music. The dream sequences and the music, not the songs with the music, because, you know, all songs have music. Just to clarify what I'm saying. So I still wonder where the plot of this game is going. I have like sort of an idea, but I'm also not completely sure. Well, if everything's leading up to Longest Night, if we say hypothetically that's what's happening, that would be it's in early December, right? And right now in the game is October. So I think we still have like a while to go, maybe? I'm not 100% sure I understand the timeline exactly, but that's just a guess. If Longest Night is actually sort of like this climax, I'm not sure. It seems to be, because I mean those are the main themes of the two supplementals. Was Longest Night, and like the fact that it's a thing. Where do I go? Where do I go? I don't know how to get back to where I started. Yeah, it's a little saddening that I played this game like before anyone else. Like, I mean, I bought it the minute it came out. Like, I was waiting for the clock to hit 1 p.m. And, but then, like, all these other people were outplaying me because I was too busy editing and didn't have time to record. Or an opportunity to record. But, here we are, so. I'm really glad that I haven't even missed a day since I started. I almost did. There's one I made it live like 11:59. But I mean, overall, I've been doing pretty good of keeping up. It's been a long time since I've actually uploaded consistently, but this game has encouraged me because I really don't want to miss out. Like, I have a huge fear, a huge FOMO, a huge fear of missing out with this one. Because I don't want it to be another Undertale where I'm just really behind, all because I tried to Let's Play it. Undertale, it sucks too, because I knew about it before most people, but like, at first it didn't interest me. Then I heard so many good things, I was like, oh, okay, I'll give it a try. It's a retro feel, like that wasn't really my vibe, so it didn't really interest me. Then I gave it more of a try. Oh, I think this is where I have to go. Maybe. But then of course I didn't get around to it for a while, and then when I did, it took forever before I... This has to be leading up to Longest Night. I mean, look at this. Look at this imagery. This has to be where this game's leading. And unfortunately, I mean, if I'm correct about my hypothesis, someone said something on Twitter that made me think of where the plot might go. Like, again, it was one of those winks and nods to the plot. And just like, if I guessed correctly, I'm gonna be really mad, so apparently I never got the fourth one down here. I didn't even realize that. I totally thought I got all four. I don't know. These music ones are weird, because, like, I don't understand why. Like, the smashing things, Like, the smashing things is more relatable. This is just strange, and I don't really understand what the idea is. I don't understand why May is having dreams like this, you know? It seems very, you know, just random. I still don't know where to go to get back, like, where I started the level, because I think that's where I have to go. So that typically is where you have to go. I think up here, right? No? Where the fuck do I... Oh, no, this is the right place. How did I not find it? I don't know. I don't know how I got turned around so easily. But, wait a minute. No, this is... No, this... Wait, what? Come on now. Where's the start of the level? Where is where I have to go? I don't understand. How do I end this? Please. Please, dude. I just want to leave. I don't understand why I have these weird parkour dreams with fancy bands. Doesn't make any sense. Oh, what the fuck? Wait, what? Oh, you can... What? Excuse the fuck out of me. How am I supposed to see this? Do you see this right here? It fades into the background and then gotta do a little bit of parkour and then you... I only jumped here because it was literally the last thing I hadn't tried. Because I didn't think... What? This is just... Oh my god. I'm so triggered right now, dude. You can't even... Jiminy Christmas, dude. I don't... The way those streams end is creepy. The way I just, like, go insane because a beast looking... I don't even know. It's concerning. Very concerning. Good morning, Vietnam. Alright, what's up? Hey, I'm at work all day. Just saying, if you want to say hello, I will. I don't want to... I'm here to be helloed at. Update, the robot smells a little weird. Not sure what we missed there. Anyway, hey, boyo. Greg said boyo, though. That's my lingo right there. At work all day. Very bored. Work sucks. Crap Falcon, more like it. Alright, well, love you, Greg, my boyo, but I want to say hi to Bia. And, like, me being a shit friend isn't gonna help her hate me less. Why do you look so grumpy? What the fuck happened? Yawn. Morning, long night? Yep. Remember those big robot things from the... I skipped that way too fast, sorry. You were scared of those. Cried your little eyes out. Oh, it wasn't that bad. I don't remember this at all. You okay? Yeah, just been doing boring adult stuff. What kind of adult stuff? I'm an adult stuff. Looks like budget, bills, numbers. A lot of adulthood is number stress. Sounds bad. I'm bad at numbers. Oh, I remember. Okay, well, I'm gonna head out. Have a nice day. You know, I, in my, financial accounting class, because I'm a business major, and we have financial and managerial accounting. Financial is like public income documents, so if you invest in a company, you get the reports and stuff. That type of stuff. The managerial is internal stuff. So you take financial first. And in financial, he did a personal budget project. So he could have some budgeting skills. And he was very conservative. Like, he was one of those guys who was like, I'm not saying, but I'm saying. Like, he'd interject his opinion, but then be like, but I'm not going to talk about that. You know, he'd pull a Leafy, basically. So, like, he was like... If Bernie Sanders gets elected president, we're really gonna be feeling the burn. And then he was like, I shouldn't say anything. And then he just paused for a moment, and then he keeps saying stuff. So anyway, and he talked about, like, PC police, but, like, his examples would be, like, just really benign stuff. That, like, is like, who even... Are these even... Hey, is this even, like, a real... Why is this... It's either something that's like, why does this bother you? Or it's like, I don't think real people do that. So... but anyway, I'm bringing this up because I was thinking about numbers in classes, and I remember that in my budget I actually put a subscription to New York Times, and it just occurred to me, I was like, dude, how mad do you think that made him when grading? He was just like, oh, fake news, fake news. All right, let's explore the town, and I'm done talking about the news. I need to read, like, You can read like a digital version of the paper, and I need to do that more instead of, because like I just watch like YouTube commentators like Secular Talk and the David Pakman Show, and like sure, like I usually agree with them, and you know I do get information, but it's always like just sort of, I watch it for entertainment value mostly, but then like it sort of leaves me mentally annoyed at the world, and I've noticed it's much better if I just read the paper. So then, because I usually just read in order, so I read the front page, then it's international, then US, and then I get to the opinion pages. And the reason like I just type in like app.newyorktimes.com, because if I just go to the website, I'm usually drawn to the opinion pages off the bat. So if I just open the paper app, then I just read it chronologically, whatever the order is, and I just deal with it. And I just don't really think about it. I just read down the stories, you know, first the front page, then international, and then national if I get that far before I run out of time or don't feel like it anymore. And that helps me learn. I read the international section instead of just jumping right to the US. So there's that, which is nice. It's a little bit more worldly. If you guys see some of my videos, you know I used to subscribe to The Economist, and that was nice, and that was partly because I really like nonfiction, by the way. That's part of the reason I like reading so much news. And I don't know why I'm rambling about this, but why not? And it was very interesting because I'd hear all these stories about things and parts of the world that have no effect on me, but it'd be interesting, and it'd be stuff I wouldn't hear about. So it was very nice to have this very worldly news, and then you get your own news, your own U.S. news interjected in little bits and pieces. And it was nice to put in context of the world, give me other things to think about, rather than just focusing on one issue all the time. So when I just read the paper instead of going to a hyper-partisan YouTube channel, you know, that just sort of, I don't get to the opinion stuff. I just read the actual news, and it's, you know, it's good, and I get a more worldly view, and it works out, and this is better for my mental health to get my news that way, as opposed to, say, just opening the New York Times, then picking and choosing stories. It's better just to open up the digital paper and read whatever they put up there. The Economist is good too, but like, what happened, they didn't, is weird, they don't charge more to get a physical copy. They don't charge you more for that. It's actually just same price as digital. They just throw in a paper copy for free, and I'm like, okay, well, if you're offering. But then I would get this, it would make me feel like I was obliged to read all of it because I got in this physical form, and it felt like I was wasting my money if I didn't read it all. Me and my New York Times subscription, though, like, I don't have that feeling. It's like, there's so much content that it's like, I don't feel expected to read it all. I mean, like, it's not possible for The Economist. It's like this little, you know, magazine sort of thing you get every week, and then it's like, I feel obliged to read this, I paid for it. The Times, it's better, though, because not only is there more variety of stuff to read, and I can focus on issues if I want, but then I don't constantly have this nagging feeling like I have to read more, otherwise I'm wasting money. Plus, I was able to get my subscription. First of all, I got a student subscription, which was already cheap, and then I was gonna save money and cancel it. I was like, I don't need it. I'm fine. I'm just gonna chill out and read news. But the agent, and I had a feeling they would do this, and I was thinking I'm still not gonna accept. But they like cut it down to like $275 a month, and I was like, you know, that's pretty good actually. It's really fucking cheap. Oh, so then you might be wondering why I have these New York Times mugs with different presidents. I got these for my family for Christmas, and they only come in sets of 4, so I give the FDR one to myself because he's my favorite president. Despite, you know, considerable downsides. Alright, well that was a long ramble, but I actually like doing that in commentaries. I wish I did it more. Just talk about other things, because it's fun. It's fun to talk about that stuff. Also, you know, reading the news not from a hyper-partisan perspective, even though, like, I'm not going to suddenly change my opinion overnight just because of that, but reading something more nonpartisan. I mean, but, like, when you're like, the facts aren't nonpartisan. The facts may or may not go one way or another. And if I don't agree with the story, I'm not going to, like, you know, have a fit. Like, you can always leave a comment, which will usually be published. They might even be selected by I've noticed op-eds will be posted, and then if you look at the comments, and there's 3 sections, there's just the most recent, the most upvoted, and then the New York Times editor's picks. And I will see op-eds where the editor's picks comments are all dissent. So, like, there'll be times where they'll publish something, and then the editors start favoriting the comments that go against it. And you can write letters to editors, so I'm a bit more You know, the thing about big newspaper like that is that you are going to have a variety of opinions. I see a lot of people on any given side, any given part of the spectrum who see one thing they disagree with, one reporting they thought was a little bit, you know, one way or another, and now all of a sudden they don't like it. You know, the thing you have to remember is it is first of all, the op-ed section, when it comes to the opinion pages, they try and publish a variety of views. Now, if you think it crossed the line in one way or another, then that's another thing. But if you just disagree with it and don't like that, well, that's why it's the opinion pages. They publish a number of things. I don't even necessarily like all of their staff writers. Their staff writers don't even necessarily all agree. The other day, Charles Blow and Nicholas Kristof wrote completely opposing op-eds. One wrote, like, oh, we shouldn't ostracize Trump voters. Kristof wrote that, and then Blow wrote, fuck that. Basically, that's not, it was a little more eloquent than that, but, you know, this is the gist. So, and then when it comes to actual reporting, there's a lot of reporters all around the world, and if it's biased one way or another, you feel it is, first of all, sometimes it's neutrality bias. Sometimes I notice this when they're trying really, really hard to not have an opinion, but when it's a situation where you think there really isn't, you know, a non-opinionated way to talk about it, it comes off badly. So that can happen, the neutrality bias, where an issue isn't 50-50, but they're really desperately trying to treat it as such. And then again, you know, people are people. Maybe they do have a bias, and you just sort of, you know, acknowledge it. You know, you can. It's weird that people get so mad about these things. It's like, if you just think for yourself, seeing an op-ed you don't agree with, or seeing an article that might be a little bit biased, that's not the end of the world, because it's not like it's gonna brainwash you. Like, you can think for yourself. It's a weird complaint that I don't understand why they go so far to only read things that exactly agree with them. And the moment there's one disagreement, bam, they hate them forever. It's like, that's not a healthy way to digest news and opinion. Like, you gotta be able to, you know, acknowledge a disagreement or see a bias and just take it in, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Like RT Russia Today, they're not inherently bad. They may be funded by Russia, but they're supposedly autonomous, and sometimes that's true. Other times there's evidence where it's not true, and you just sort of gotta take each story, each show, you know, as an individual, and to see, is there a bias here? Is there a pro-Russian bias? And not immediately assume either, oh no, this is the best news agency that ever existed, or immediately assume, no, this is automatically propaganda. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. You know, you just gotta take, you know, it's weird that people treat their own minds as like these fragile things, and if they look at opinion that they don't like, or a biased article, they're immediately just, their world is gonna shatter or something. Like, can you just look at it and just acknowledge that and be just be like, okay, and then sort of take it with a grain of salt, factor it in. I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't know, that's how I see it, at least. So, you know, speaking of all this stuff, I've considered making like a politics commentary channel just to vent and stuff, so I don't know, maybe this is a taste of it if you want to see it. Totally, what's up, Selmers? You know what's good? Poetry. Off the top of my head. Not bleeding on your C in junior high? Not falling in a trash can puking on yourself? Not seriously injuring someone during your first kiss at senior prom? I'm gonna go with this one. I was gonna say those fruit snack thingies we used to eat in grade school. Dude, Welch's fruit snacks are like crack cocaine, dude. Alright, yeah, those are really good. Did that other thing happen to you? Nope. Want to hear a new poem? Sure. Sometimes. I like fruit snacks. I'll buy the train tracks. Decent. A juice box. And headphones. I enter the juice zone. Geez, those are like all I want now. You made them sound so real. I can taste the atomic dino snacks and the blue clear squeezer. Thanks. I think Mr. Chuzakov's up there again. Oh yeah, it's time! Oh really? He's gonna fall right off his stoop one day. Can I knock on the door? Please? I can see the water tower from my back window. Seen a fire up by there the other night. Wondered who was up there. Ooh! The plot thickens, boys. Mr. Chazikov said I could knock on the door, but I can't. Like, I literally, like, it's not an option. I can't do that. Alright, so I'm going to go epic MLG parkour. See some good old-fashioned disc stars. Children running in the street over there. You know, the huge. Alright, let me try and triple jump. Hey, boyos. Nobody can touch my swag. There's a pumpkin up here too, are you kidding me right now? That's just unnecessary, you don't need that shit. Chazakov! Me broski! Yep. Up here on my roof. Yep. Come to hunt some dusk stars. Definitely. Come have a look. My eyes. Filter. Ugh. Alright, let's dusk the shit out of these stars. Hey. Got him. Boom! Found one. Let's see. Yes, Simone the fighter. She got a gun. Simone lived in a good land. But under every good land are the roots of oppression. And in this land, those roots took hold. And choked out all else. That was poetic, Mr. Chazakov. Jeez. Thanks, I was just reading the summary off my phone. Oh. We may not have signal, but we have Wi-Fi. Anyway, when the borders closed and the curfew began, Simone and her comrades began to plot. They infiltrated, they sabotaged, they freed prisoners. I can't stand it, I know you planned it. Very nice. Simone was one of the first to be identified, but she evaded capture even as the wanted posters went up. As whispers of her grew throughout the land, more and more of her neighbors prayed in the night that Simone would be their salvation. Was she? That's a lot of pressure for one person. We didn't know where Simone is buried. Oh, God damn it, I knew this wasn't going to be happy. We do know that when things boiled over, she led a charge against the palace gates. Behind those gates were cannons. Oh no. Many years later, when the mass graves were exhumed, her bones were mixed with so many others. It was said that she now lives on in the bones of all in her country. Jeez, that got dark and sad and spooky. That is history. Yeah, it's a cool way to tell the legend, though. I was wondering if the old ones that we saw were still here, and they are, so that's neat. Found one, found one, found one. Let's have a look. Sterling the Seer. How come I never heard of these guys? By the time they got to these rare stars, the well-known myths and legends were taken. Oh. This one, Sterling, is a tale of the world changing, and leaving one behind. These are all gonna be bummers, huh? That is not for me to say. It is a bad thing for the world to move. Is it a bad thing for the world to move on? Well, I mean, this guy probably doesn't think so. Either way, one day his king met a new sage, an astronomer. Oh. Is this town into the supplemental? And she showed the king how the planets and stars orbit in regular patterns and why. And the king kicked Sterling out of his quarters, for the seer had long told the king a different story about the stars. Does Sterling believe his own story? Yeah. Is there no responsibility to care for those whose labors, even one's universe, are suddenly replaced with a new one? Are they obsolete? See, that's bringing a parable to the town and their loss of jobs and, you know, the economics of trade. I mean, on one hand, that is how life is, and you just sort of have to roll with the punches. But on the other hand, no, it's just, what can you do, though? I mean, if your seer is wrong, does it really make sense to still keep him around? Even if, like, it's kind of unjust that, you know, it turned out he got into a wrong profession. Is it really incumbent upon you to keep him around? Man, I don't know. I feel like this is a big moral decision Mr. Chazakov is asking me. I don't know. I mean, it is how life is, but... But, like, he's clearly just a sham, right? Like, he's basically profiting off of bullshitting, though. Like, should I really feel bad for him? That's how life is. So you believe that some should go hungry and without homes because they are no longer useful to those in power? Well, geez, Mr. Kavakov, when you put it that way. The stars, they make one think. That's both of them for today. Neato. I mean, if your profession is being a seer, it's hard to sympathize with you. You're a fucking seer. Like, get a real job. Come by again. Couple days. We shall hunt the stars. This guy gonna complain about his roof. You're gonna make my dog anxious, and she poops a lot when she's anxious. Pronounced anxious weird the second time, but that's alright. Don't worry about it. Wait, am I gonna make his dog anxious because I'm a cat or because I was on his roof? That's racist, man. You can't say that. You can't just say that to people. Let's explore the town a little bit more this time. Before running off on an adventure. Say hi to mama. Oh, it can... What is this, confessional? It's a long loading time for this. Oh. Oh. Is this the city fucking council? He's very nice. Yeah, and he can be like the first. A trial run. Where would you put him? Oh, in the basement? Or in the old library? With all the books? He's not going to eat them. Interesting proposal, Karen. Yes, thank you for bringing this to us. They have to be a city council. I look forward to us moving forward together on this. It'll be brought up at the town council meeting. Oh, that's wonderful. All right, troops, move out. Jesus, the city fucking council, dude. How's things? Okay, weird dreams. Want to talk about it? Not really. I dreamed I was trapped in a wall. Jeez. No, it was fine. I knew the rescue crew was coming in a few hours, and it was cozy, so I could take a nap, guilt-free. You feel guilty about naps? Wish I didn't. How's that whole thing with Bruce going on? Or just, I don't know why I added on. I'm hopeful and positive. That sounds like what someone says, when they're not. Haha. It's fine, May, it's going fine. Hey, listen. You know, if you ever want to talk or have any questions about, like, God, sure, you can always talk to me. It's kind of in my job description. Okay. Let's not parkour on the lectern. Hey, Mom. Can't talk today, lots to do. Really? What could possibly be going on? Well, sweetie, we have the town council here today. And after that, a 12-step program meeting in the basement. Oh, wow. I'm doing both church budget and our budget at the same time. I'll leave you alone then. Thanks, hon. Aw. Wish I wasn't so fucking, you know, stressed out. It's sad. Alright. Let's go talk to, Bruce. Amazing how I remember the names of the characters in this game, but I don't remember people's names in real life. Pastor Kujun, okay, same signs before. Hey, yo, Bruce. My man. Where the fuck are you? Who would be up there at the water tower? There he is. Seen a fire through the trees last night. What's up with that? Past these woods here. Weird noises. I just kept to myself. They went away. Sounds spooky. Right over there. Past the water tower. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a place where teens hang out. Let's hope that's all it was, in my experience. Strange fire and strange voices. Ain't never been good. I wonder if they'll be back? Hope not. Very strange. I'm not sure what to make of that. Not sure what to make of this development. I wonder how long this game is, but I also don't know if people play it are as anal about everything as me talking to everyone. I'm always like that with games. I want to, like, you know, just get every little tiny piece of everything, so, you know.